Hi guys, and welcome to another quick update video. Now if you've been following my channel so far, I've actually posted a couple of videos about the Inkee Falcon Plus gimbal. One is a review and the other is a little bit of a complaint video where I actually found I had an issue with the one that I got originally sent, and the issue was that it was wandering off on its own and doing all sorts of strange behaviour, and it really got on my nerves, so I decided to send it back to the retailer. So some people have been asking why I've actually been posting more videos about the Inkee Falcon Plus if I sent it back, and the reason is I decided to give it one more go and actually order a replacement. So here is the replacement, just to see whether it was a general issue with the Inkee Falcon Plus gimbals or whether it's just a one-off that I had. Now I'm actually happy to report that after a lot more testing, and I actually took this gimbal for a trip abroad to film some historic houses and things like that for a couple of weeks, and I was using it pretty much every single day, and I really was very pleased with it. I didn't actually have any major issues with it at all. The little issue that I originally posted seems to have gone away, so fingers crossed that was a one-off, and you won't have an issue if you decide to get this little gimbal. Now, there was a couple of little minor issues I did have that I just wanted to bring to your attention, and that I did actually have. One was that for some strange reason on a particular day, after using it for 3 or 4 days quite successfully, it decided that it no longer wanted to talk to the GoPro camera. When I switched it on in the morning, it said it denied all knowledge of the GoPro camera, and I had to sort of faff about for ages trying to remember how on earth I actually reset the pairing from the GoPro to the gimbal. And of course, you know, I had the family and the wife was banging on in the background and driving me a little bit crazy with the stress of trying to get it working again. But you know, eventually it got working and off we went again filming, and it's absolutely fine. And it did happen again about a week later. For some strange reason, once again it lost its connection, but you know, I just had to reset it and off it went again. Now hopefully maybe it's just going to happen once in a while, and it's not a major pain in the bum, it's just a little bit of a nuisance, but something just to bear in mind. Maybe a firmware will sort it out or something like that. So what was the second issue that I had was that out filming, it would suddenly decide it was going to just randomly go up in the air, not during an actual move, but when I actually stopped using the gimbal, I looked back and it was pointing at the sky or pointing at the floor or something strange like that. But it wasn't much of a major problem, because you could just simply double click the button at the back of the gimbal, which of course resets it back in the central position, and off you're cracking again, no problem at all. So it happens again maybe like once a day or something. It would just freak out for whatever reason. But it's not to be expected, or is to be expected, or maybe on a gimbal of this of this price range, because this is around about £100, so I'm not expecting it to be flawless, and maybe in future firmware will sort it out. Now, I did actually have another gimbal on vacation, which was the Zion Crane 2M2S. Now, why am I mentioning this if the gimbal that I'm talking about was the Inkee Falcon Plus? I actually found, ironically, that although this is a much more expensive and professional gimbal, I actually ended up using the cheaper Inkee Falcon Plus for pretty much most of the filming. And the reason why is, as I said before in my review, it's very light and it's very quick once you actually get it set up to just, you know, get going filming. You don't have to faff about like the Crane 2. This does take maybe about, I don't know, it takes me about 3 minutes or 4 minutes to actually get the thing set up. And it's also quite large. So if you want to walk around looking like James Cameron on a filming set, then this is the thing. But if you want to be a little bit more discreet, or slightly more discreet, then this Inkee Falcon Plus is much smaller, and that's kind of why I just picked it up most of the time. Alright, so that's pretty much it. I just wanted to bring you up to date on my thoughts on the Inkee Falcon Plus. Okay, so if I was actually to give this guy a score, if I was doing another review, I would probably give it 3.5, maybe 4 out of 5, or 7 or 8 out of 10. And the reason for that is that, as the reasons I've already mentioned, it wasn't absolutely perfect when it performed. There was a couple of minor issues with losing the GoPro connection and stuff like that. But on the whole, it worked pretty well. So I'll maybe do an update video again maybe in 6 months' time, just to let you know whether it's still with me or whether I've binned it or something like that. Alright, take care and see you soon on another video.